I'm just one of the guys too. Hey guys, I'm one of the guys too.
That's spam on my mic. Put that there. Hello? 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 Oh, it's a FaceTime. Hey, what's up?
Hey gamers, shoe nice again. Well, basically, I just put on my game face shirt and finished off a can of raw spam down my throat. Yeah, I put it on my game face shirt and my Marge Simpson face. Hi guys. Either way, I wasn't a pussy like Z-Chum and Kings, you know? They're babies, dude. I ate it raw, like Aqua, Deaky, and Hex. We're real beasts. You're a pussy. Either way, welcome to the gamer hole. Thank you.
Hey, what up, gamers? Welcome back to the Gamer Hole with your boy Aqua, Omid, and Kings.
Yes, that's good. Z-Chum's taking a break today, so Omid is joining us in the hole again.
It's
the regular.
Z-Chum. They're doing a face-off situation.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It's
Regular
Omid.
guest.
Face off. Omid, the boy genius.
Yes. Omid live.
Look at me now, gamers. I've finally done it. I've turned myself into Omid.
That was a very
No
good
longer
Z-Chum
just
impression.
replicating his name in Tarkov.
It wasn't enough to destroy him. I must become him now.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, Omid, I think you're actually our most reoccurring guest, as
Yes.
you mentioned during the members only section or
Feels
episode.
good.
Yep,
Feels really
members
Great.
only.
Yeah, you're.
So we did record a members only. So every week, if you want an extra episode, members only. I think it's like $5 a month, and you get an extra episode. Also, audio listeners, hello, welcome. If everyone wants to watch this audio, it's on all the major audio.
Listen.
ones. You can, if you want to
listen to the audio.
Next, if you want to listen to the audio,
Or
go to Spotify.
listen to the audio and watch the time slowly creep along. When you guys listen to things, do you just watch the timer the whole time? Because I do.
No,
I will,
people are
I have
actually
a hard
doing
time
stuff.
strictly just listening.
No,
Yeah, you
not
do
me.
stuff. You don't look at the screen.
I can't do more than one thing at once. I just
Oh.
listen to that fucking time go up, or I just watch that timer go up. It's really
Listen
bad.
to the timer and watch the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing something wrong. I don't know.
I hear that lightning from a mile away. Yeah.
Can you guys really like listen to something and then like also like? I guess maybe I
Yes.
could like play a game, but I don't feel like I could really absorb what I'm listening to unless I'm doing nothing else.
I mean, you know this, Aqua. I literally review videos while doing other stuff like emails. Like, you just sort of have to.
I'm with you,
Pay
Aqua.
attention
I
to
can't do
things.
shit. I can't even listen to music that has lyrics in it.
I can barely fucking stream. I can't play the game and talk to chat at the same time.
It's true. That's the
I sort of
funny thing
can.
of your stream though. Is like people don't understand, and we've talked about this before.
That's why
people,
I'm bad.
People think like, oh, you know, why are people so bad on stream? It's like because they're not playing the game. They're reading chat as they're most likely their 40% of their attention is on chat and the conversation going on and stuff like that. Not fucking the game where you have to be a PvP god or
Yeah,
whatever.
off stream, I'm so powerful.
Well,
I suck because
we'll at
I
least
care
claim
about
that.
you, and then you call me bad when
Yeah.
all I'm trying to do is be there for you,
Yeah, it's a
It's actually
thankless
your
job.
son of a bitch. Yeah,
Their fault. It's their fault that we're bad.
yeah.
You know?
Like, when I met Omid back in the day, he was a young gamer who was a god at games. That's what he was.
True.
And then he streamed more, and now has his moments, but I wouldn't say he's quite as high as he used to be.
I drown chat out. I just go put on my
Yeah. I
blinders.
wish it was
So-
that easy.
sometimes you have to do that just so you can be good.
Yeah.
Anyways, Z-Chub's not here, so we're not prepared.
What were we talking about before that?
We were talking about the OnlyFans decision, swapping over from
Rollback, yeah.
the rollback of the rules that they said.
Porn's back on the menu, boys.
Damn straight. Now my joke tweet of if this gets to 500, I'm going to make an OnlyFans.
Yeah, we
It's a
gotta
little bit
start pushing
scarier.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
I
have to
almost
do
threw a
porn.
joke tweet up
Well, you don't
too.
have to,
You
but,
can do
but
cooking.
that was the joke, was on the day that they said there was no longer doing porn starting in August or whatever, or October or whatever it said, I put out a tweet that said, 500 likes and I will start an OnlyFans, because I'm not going to get to 500 likes, but I also figured if it did get to 500 likes, it would be after they allow porn. So no one could ask for it. I would just be like, I'll take pictures of food or something, whatever they want for mainstream
Man,
shit.
who's gonna want to pay for your thing when there's other people doing porn?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Yeah.
How are you gonna stack up to that?
God damn it.
God, if there's anything that'll drive
don't know,
someone to spend money,
There was a little bit of a faulty
if that's
sip there, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to drink
man.
coffee anymore, guys.
That's
just
how
making
early
sure.
this
excited.
podcast has been
He's just too
recorded.
excited that
Yeah.
OnlyFans is back.
OnlyFans
Staying
get me up.
on.
I've never paid for OnlyFans, but when they said that they weren't going to do porn, I was like, we're going mainstream. I'll start paying for it. But now that they're not going mainstream anymore, I'm upset. But that's a joke, because I think that when they made the announcement, they full knew that they were not. It's just to buy time because their banking system didn't want to do it anymore. They had to find a new credit card processor that would do it. And they pushed like
They
$6
found
billion.
one.
They found one. It's $6 billion worth or something like that is what they made or processed. There's no way that they can't find someone. I mean, Pornhub has theirs that does it. So they just needed time to buy to do it. And then maybe they wanted to go mainstream, but they weren't sure if they could. So they made the announcement to see how the reception would be. And obviously people were like, you made $6 billion.
Publicity, so.
Yeah, you made $6 billion off from, sex workers and people, pornography and, lewd photos. You can't just turn your back on someone who made you that much money.
I wonder what the ratio of content is on OnlyFans from of porn to not porn, and how
Well, what's your line
good
for porn,
in
though?
comparison. Well, okay, so sexual in nature.
Okay, because there's a
99
lot
to
of there's a
1.
lot of lewd, not nude.
Yeah.
People that do that, which I believe if they kept their word, that would still be allowed. It was just, straight hardcore that was not allowed. What was it going to be? So you could still do lingerie shoots or whatever and cosplays, I think. But I don't know exactly what they were going to do, because I still think it would go down to maybe 10, probably 5% of what they were making before. So my guess is at least 95% of it is
It's
sexual
just
in nature.
confusing to me. Because there's so many other platforms for non-porn
Yeah.
where you consume the content largely for free.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, you
So
could do
making
that
it paid,
on. I guess there's a lot of free porn too. Huh.
well,
I'm not sure
well,
where I'm going with this
The reason why
anymore.
the reason why OnlyFans is big is because it's the people that that are now doing something more risque that you weren't able to see on Twitch.
yeah.
and-
You say someone you normally see in a different light,
yeah,
then you get to see him without clothes on.
right.
Well, there was also the fact that all these old porn stars, they also like the Switch because they don't have to deal with these sketchy ass
right.
horrible studios.
Studios, yeah.
True.
And that's one of the things
They're
that
their own
OnlyFans
boss.
was empowering, right? OnlyFans was, we take a cut, but you own everything and whatever. Rather than studios and stuff, it's kind of like movie deals where you don't really own it. They just sort of pay you for your time, whatever you're, worth.
It's like
or
the
whatever.
music industry.
Right.
A
You don't
record
actually
label
own
owns it, not
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Exactly. So the OnlyFans made it
Yeah.
so you own it. I don't know.
No, it's I remember a bunch of articles coming out. Mia Khalifa was saying, "Oh yeah, I've only made 300K off of these videos off my career that made over I don't know 600 mil views or some shit. And she's like, if that was on OnlyFans, do you know I would be like, I would not have to have a Twitch stream. No, but no, yeah, and there's like horrible studios in mainstream porn, like the shit you see on like those free sites, those tube sites. I mean, there's like a bunch of studios that would just like coerce girls. There'd be issues of like sanitation, like sometimes they'd like be asked to just get into a threesome with like some chick who's like, you know, got shit on her ass, and that wasn't part of the deal. Like, so the site going down, like everybody was outraged because you know, it was gonna like take away from those
they should be proud, you know, they're making porn more legitimate and like
a healthy
for a self-employment option.
What percentage cut do they take?
I think it's 10. I want to say it's even better than Patreon. So 10.
Woo! God, man, Twitch, take a note.
Yeah,
I
know, right?
I do agree that Twitch. One of the problems, and I don't want to switch to a different topic here too quick, but Twitch is 50% on subs, which is normally what they take for a lot of it, for a lot of different people, is mainly because of Twitch ads not being as successful as they wanted. And people say, oh, well, I don't want to watch ads, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if Twitch makes more money on ads, they don't have to take 50% on subs. I'm not saying they might still do it because they're Twitch and they're owned by Amazon.
Like they're going to go ahead and roll back after that's the norm.
Well, they could swap it if enough
years.
people... The thing is that they could swap it if people had an option to go to and they were afraid they would lose people. Like, they could swap it to 60-40 if they were making enough money and they were afraid people were going to leave. So, people that complain about ads, I think you need to actually want a good way to do ads. Not the way that they currently do it, but a better way to do ads. Like, I don't like pre-rolls at all. I think they should get rid of pre-rolls, and they should incentivize streamers to just roll ads.
Does Twitch have the viewership needed to make enough from ads, though? I feel like the concurrent viewer... You think so?
The CPM on live... The CPM on live
that's
double
true.
or triple.
Live CPM is really high.
And then also...
okay, but like,
and then also
compare it to like the amount of people watching YouTube at any given time.
Yeah, but YouTube is a different animal.
You have to see a little bit of an ad on YouTube.
But YouTube is interesting because YouTube doesn't make money, but that's not because YouTube doesn't make money, but it's because YouTube made an ad network based on their YouTube. Or sorry, Google made an ad network based on their YouTube, which made them billions of dollars.
I think they lose money too. YouTube.
They don't lose money on YouTube.
They don't.
This is what they do. Well, they do. The YouTube department is not part of the ad department. It is separate departments. So on YouTube, they say that they don't make any money because they don't include the ad department, which is a separate department. So that has a huge income. YouTube has a loss, and then you can write off on taxes that you actually made a loss on YouTube, and they don't have to pay as much taxes. So that's sort of part of the way that the corporation runs. But also, when people say YouTube doesn't make money, YouTube didn't make money for a long time until they made an ad network. And now the ad network makes so much money it's not even funny. YouTube might technically be a loss, but most of their ad network is from YouTube. So it depends on how you look at it. Overall, Google is making a shit ton of money. So don't say YouTube's losing money. Because it's like the small part of...
Well, yeah, I know. But
right,
whatever.
So YouTube is not making negative. YouTube is making them money.
Okay.
I think I know a way to recover some of these lost funds.
Yeah.
At least, you know, so we make an OnlyFans, or, you know, let's say
Gotcha. OTT.
Aqua makes
yeah.
an OnlyFans. And then it says streamer gets railed by, you know, big corp, and just post the like revenue you're making, and then the revenue the overall revenue you're making, and then
we just make videos. Yeah, we make videos about each sub, and then we just add up every single cent that Jeff Bezos takes. Like, there's some money gone there. Oh, there's some money gone there.
And then it's actually just Aqua reacting to it. It's like in the corner.
Yeah. We start adding up how much Jeff Bezos is making off Aqua and show him the
I was
number.
talking about him on stream. I was making fun of Jeff Bezos, and I quickly rethought that like yesterday. I was like making fun of him, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm on Twitch. Twitch is owned by Amazon, which is owned by Jeff. Oh,
I hate to tell you,
complete reversal.
Jeff Bezos doesn't know what Twitch is. Neither does he know what Aqua FPS is. So I think you're in the clear. Yeah,
I know it was just a joke, but yeah, I was
but
like,
Amazon does own Twitch, and Amazon doesn't give two shits about Twitch because
he's our boss.
Amazon only cares about the tech of Twitch. They don't really care about Twitch. So as long as Twitch makes money, they're just gonna let it ride out. They don't really care.
The thing that I'm interested to see back just on the purely Twitch scale of things is like Kings was talking about if there was actually something else that people could go to that was, equal in size. That's one thing, but all the other major platforms are. But then, for instance, Streamlabs just came out with their their third-party subsystem, and the creator gets almost the entire $5 or whatever it is. So there's that, but God knows it's never gonna catch on as be mainstream.
Well, Twitch is always gonna have the barrier. They're always gonna stop it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, because it's on the page. You don't have to click off to it and do some other bullshit.
Right.
Just the same as fucking bits. It's integrated in compared to doing a PayPal link or something.
Yeah.
And what bits is what, like a 30% cut that
it's about 30.
And additional, that you have to buy the bits on top of it. But because I've seen people talk about the Streamlabs thing, because Streamlabs just came out with it. It's their own sub thing. You can subscribe to Streamlabs to give the creator $5 a month, and they don't keep any of it except for transaction fee, which is a couple of cents,
which is 3% about.
Yeah, and but that's not the first time. Back in the day, there used to be that other third party subsystem that was exact same concept as that. That some people tried to do, and it never went fucking anywhere. Game Wisp.
Yeah,
Game Wisp.
Yeah. Way back in the day. That shit died like a fucking...
So on bits, it depends on when you buy the bits, but Amazon takes about a 23% cut, and through PayPal or Google or PayPal or any other third party, it's usually around 3 to 5%, depending on how much you donate. So you can see that they take a good 20 extra % just because it goes through Amazon.
So yeah, it'd be cool if there was another platform that could rival Twitch. But it would also be cool if there was another actual integrated subsystem. Streamlabs is as big as it gets as far as that shit goes, but they're not even going to be able to make that shit actually mainstream.
Is this as interesting to someone who doesn't stream as it is to us?
Probably not.
Leave a comment below.
One in the chat. One in the chat. One right now.
Put a one in the chat.
Because I love talking about this stuff, but I'm also thinking nobody gives a fuck.
Well, no. When we did the behind the scenes look at some of the streamer stuff, like the hosts and raids, we did get a few comments that were like, "Thanks for letting us know about the actual growth you get."
We're pulling back the curtain.
Yeah, we're pulling back the curtain for
that everybody knows what's back
that
there.
Everybody.
Yeah, most people know it, but for the casual viewers that maybe don't know Twitch,
hey,
you now
do you
know
guys
that
wanna,
you get
do you have anything you want to share that maybe the average Twitch viewer doesn't know about that's part of being a streamer?
Oh man,
the forbidden streamer.
Dude, how, you know what? Now I just realized something. All three of you guys got girlfriends.
True.
How do you guys make that shit work? And they're none of okay. With Decky, I don't know. Is your girlfriend a big gamer?
Oh hell no.
Hell no.
Same.
Aqua, no.
Hell no.
King's kinda, right?
Hell yes. Yeah.
Hell yes.
Console mostly, but yeah, she's single player console. Yeah.
What the fuck? How do you guys balance all that? As,
I stream during work hours most of the time. And this is my job. So and at night, I, hang out with her unless she says, go upstairs. I don't want to play with you right now.
Go play with your Legos. I need to.
Yeah.
You know what night?
Or
you know
I'm
what
hanging
night
out. I'm with my boyfriend tonight. You go
Yeah.
upstairs.
And
Yeah,
the way that
there's
Decky
a
did
very
it,
strict line.
yeah, Massel said 16 hours ago, commented, Decky's girlfriend really did a great job reforming him. So I think that's how Decky's doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which she
Decky,
did.
You were
Yeah,
like
there's-
you were like living in like you just crawled out of a garbage can before.
You were pretty much living in a garbage can before. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still hungover now and feel like shit. I'm still pretty. I need a lot of help, but
You're not like writing
I've
on the wall.
I've definitely improved in a lot of what most people would say life aspects since
Right.
then.
You're not peeing
Yeah, that is
into
true.
a giant jug and then emptying it like once a day.
Yeah,
or once a
mattress
week.
on the
Yeah.
floor, like
Yeah.
in a bunker kind of thing.
Yeah, that is very true. But yeah, there's a strict line, Omid. And I often question this about like Aqua and Z-Chum, because it seems like they have time that I don't have time. And then even you question that with all of us. So that is a good question. Like when my stream ends, I'll spend about 15 minutes on the PC doing a couple of other things, and then like I'm done with the PC game. It's over. Then I'm just hanging out with her. And like same with the weekends for the most part, except for like this right now. I was like, listen, I got to do the gamer hole, okay?
Yeah, she's probably pissed.
Because we're recording this one on Sunday.
Right, we're recording this one on Sunday. We usually do it on Thursdays, but sometimes Monday. It's gone all.
But this will still be out Thursday, every
Thursdays,
Thursday,
every day,
forever,
Thursday.
Every Thursday.
for the rest of your life. Okay.
But yeah, that's the main thing. There's just a big divide. Like the schedule, and I stream usually when she's at work. There's a little bit of crossover there when she comes home, but usually
do
like
the
stream
subathon
ends,
with you.
and I go back and I do real life.
The COVID-a-thon.
That's probably very very healthy for you.
But like the thing with like Z-Chum and Aqua, those guys they'll play, like especially back in like the AOE days. You guys would play offline,
Well,
and that's
let
where
me
I was
tell
like,
you
where are
this.
they getting the time with this? How are they getting time to like do this shit?
They go into bed. They wait for them to go to sleep, and then
Kind
they
of
go.
it. Yeah. My wife goes to bed between 9 o'clock and like 10:30 at the latest. And then I'm not ready to sleep yet. I go back on the computer at that point and play some games. Sometimes before that, she's just like, I'm watching The Real Housewives. I know you hate this show, but this is what I'm doing with my night. And I'll say, okay, great. See you later. And then I go on the computer and fuck around. Or sometimes I can be like, hey, you know what? Listen, I just feel like playing computer games tonight and just hanging out and doing my thing. She'll be like, okay, great. See you later. And that's kind of
Awesome.
how it works. Yeah, I don't know. We just like, I don't know. And then like there's nights obviously where we spend the night together. And then like we'll, do whole days together sometimes. It just depends. We just make plans and we do them however it goes.
Wow.
It is definitely different from single stream life. Definitely
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Single stream life, the stream never ends, baby. It just
That's where
keeps
I'm
going.
at right now. I'm single stream life, and I'm thinking, dude, I mean, I don't want to cut back, but at the same time, like the only way I'm gonna be able to like really maintain and grow a relationship, like I have to like either, I mean, dude, the last thing I would want actually is kind of like a gamer girlfriend, to be honest with you. Like
The last
I would
thing?
get. That's kind of like
Some
I would
people
really
either,
like to find
fantasize about it, like that's the goal, and then other people are like, I put that on the side. I can see both takes.
Dude, I
Yeah.
just don't want to spend that much time with her. Like, I would have no excuse, dude. Are you
Honestly,
kidding me?
like I don't mind that she doesn't share that interest with me. Yeah. It's like my thing and she has her things. And like we overlap in certain areas, but it's not like everything, you know?
Yeah.
Although I do want her to game with me. I'm trying to get her to a little more, but
What games do you try to get her into?
I want to play like It Takes Two with her, you know, just
Oh,
like
that'd be
cute
cool,
shit
yeah.
she'd like that. She'll play some things. Like we played a lot of Overcooked together, that game. She loves that shit. And she played Animal Crossing, but that's like a one-player thing, so I couldn't really play that with her. And we only have one Switch. And also I didn't want to play that. But, you know, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is a strange thing when you try and get somebody that's non-gaming into gaming. You have, especially like, you know, girls and stuff. You usually go towards like the Animal Crossing kind of route, which it's just a weird thing that you do such like strange introductory stuff. And I get that it's simpler, it's easier to like comprehend the controls for somebody not familiar. But why not just like CS:GO? Put them in the deep end.
You know, like,
Yeah.
funny that you mentioned this, Decky, because I swear to you, there is this fucking trend going on. Valorant is like the #1 gamer dater service. Like, bro,
Really?
I'm telling you, the amount I've been scrolling through Twitter a lot recently. I don't know why. I just can't put it down lately. And I just scroll. And bro, post after post of people that like, they're like, oh, we met on this fucking 5-man like queue, and then we played, and now look at us, and they're like fucking all like moved in together and lovey-dovey and shit. And I'm like, dude, maybe I gotta start solo queuing on Valorant.
I've never even heard that about Valorant.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a thing. It is 100% a thing.
The meat
It's crazy.
market.
It's crazy.
Fucking, dude, I wonder what the epal.gg site's doing for Valorant. The one where you can like rent your partner
Yeah.
on there. Hell yeah,
You
dude,
were
that's
a
got to be
gamer.
a gold
You
mine
were
too.
you were a gamer boy or e-boy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, maybe I should pick up Valorant
Yeah.
and just start selling my fucking body on there.
Yeah.
Listen,
Wait, so-
I'll carry you, and I'll carry you.
I'll carry you through the threshold of our brand new beautiful home together after we get married.
I can carry you, and I can carry you. Whatever.
King, so you're with your gamer girlfriend now. Like what do you guys have you been gaming together a lot since she is a gamer, or like do you like?
No, she plays mostly single player games, but no, like when I'm working, if it's her day off from work, she like will often like be playing in the same room type of deal. So like she has I actually tweeted about it. You can go to my Twitter, self promotion. But you can go to my Twitter, and I actually live tweeted her making me in a Project Zomboid and then proceeding to get me killed. And I tweeted about it while working. Like she
I
would give
missed
me
that
updates.
tweet.
Yeah, she would give me updates like, oh, look, oh no. And then I'd hear her like scream because zombies broken or whatever. And I'd look over and I'm being murdered. And she's just sitting there laughing maniacally. No, I'm just kidding. But she like, she like made me type of deal. And it's just sort of like the not playing with, but in the same room. And she's like doing funny, cute things like put me in a video
Right.
game. That is about
I feel like
you dying.
gaming couples. Right. So like gaming couples, I think, because I don't have a gamer wife, whatever. I feel like they just like play games on their own, and they actually don't play together that much. That's
But
my
what if
tinfoil
dive
hat
into
conspiracy.
Tarkov? Huh?
We've
What if she
played
gets into
games
Tarkov?
together. We have played games together, so it's not like
Yeah.
unheard of. But I don't play games much, anymore because I'm just working all the time and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to play. And then she likes single player games, but she also likes co-op and stuff. So we've played games together. But now that we only have, like where I'm at now, I have a gaming laptop and a gaming computer. So like we could, but it would just be a laptop computer, not like my whole setup that I'm used to. So it's a little bit harder.
Although the gamer couples we know, like, Hayes
Yep.
and her
They have two
husband, and then
computers
like
and
Kaylee and Lasona, like they game together.
they game together.
So it's like, but they also game separately. I don't know.
You gotta have
Couples
overlap.
that
You've all-
game together last
Yeah.
together.
They stay
That-
together.
You have to.
That's a
You have to have
question,
both.
yeah.
You have to have both. You have to have some separation, some together. That's how it is.
Yeah. Just like everything. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
My girlfriend's
Okay.
probably playing Ghost of Tsushima right now because the new PS5 edition came out the other day.
Should I play that? That
I
game
don't know
does
if-
interest me.
I don't know if you would love it. You might. I don't think there's anything that's terrible there that you don't like because you don't like futuristic stuff. But that's not that
Oh.
type of game. You don't really like.
Also,
sci-fi.
I wanted to talk about this other game that you guys mentioned, Icarus. That's like
Yeah.
Dean Hall's new project. He came crawling out of the woodwork again.
Oh,
with a new,
yeah.
like that's the guy who made DayZ. For those who don't know.
Yep. He made a survival game. From what it looks like, it's not going to be DayZ though. It'll be survival co-op. only co-op. I haven't
it's
seen
not
if
actually
it's gonna
Oh,
make it.
not
based.
online. It's not
It's
like
co-op
open
only.
Forest esque.
It's
Oh.
Valheim Forest esque.
Okay, okay.
With the boys.
Man, I love Valheim. I wish I finished that.
It just
That
barely
game
got
was
an
so
update.
cool.
It just barely got.
I might go back into Valheim. I wish I could have seen that through.
I never played it. That was when I was grinding from a cap container the first time.
Dude, Valheim
I
is
just
good.
totally skipped it, which I love Viking shit. I was so bummed out, but I was like, I can't.
Decky,
just
you
got an
should get in
update.
there. I'll get in there with you if you want. I know you're pretty deep in space right now, but
I'm not
kinda
sure
wanna
space is
dip
going to
into
work
Valheim.
out.
Why?
Starbase.
You know,
I love that game. I feel like you have to have a huge commitment to it.
Dwindle.
Oh, Valheim.
I saw the greatest clip.
That's
of you
such a
playing
Decky
Starbase,
moment.
Decky. It was so good on Twitter. You had your whole starship and like everybody was like facing one direction of the ship or some shit, and another ship just sneaks up on you guys.
Yeah, dude.
And you guys are, you fucking idiots. Nobody's looking in the other direction. Everybody's looking at the turrets or something. And then you like just commanding them to like turn it around. And dude, this ship like thinks it has a chance. I can see in the trajectory that the pilot took. It's like, yeah, we can take them. Dude, you literally like, I the only thing I can describe it to you as is like if like the Millennium Falcon went towards like a Star Destroyer or some shit, like it got obliterated, man, and it didn't dodge shit. It went straight into the ground. It made me want to play it, bro. It made me really want to play it.
That's like 1.05% of the game. The rest of it is spent doing miserable tasks and building ships. But that was a super cool fight because, for one, we are flying above the moon, which have like a gravitational pull. So like I was constantly pulling up from the moon's gravity, and we were flying super low because we were trying to hide. The ship I was on was like a hauler. It's not supposed to be in combat. It's just supposed to move a mass amount of ore. And so like I was trying to stay under the radar. That dude snuck up on us, and I spun that bitch around, and we did put like tripod cannons on it. And those boys fucked that dude up. That little pirate boy got his ass handed to him. I was busting all over the place. That was hot.
That's probably the most underrated game out right now. Like without
it is super cool. And it was really broken when it came out. There's a lot of bugs. They fixed a lot of that, but it is still very monotonous in nature, as you know, Aqua definitely found out since he had first been a little bit piqued interest with it. It's real slow.
I was watching your stream. I was watching Decky put in every rivet on a ship, and like it had no like easy mode. Like you could free ball, like completely free form build a ship. And it feels like you need to actually almost be a real engineer in order to do it. So it's just over my head. I'm not going to go down that road.
I am very smooth brain. I am not. And trying to learn that shit was one of the most infuriating things in my life. Luckily, like there's smart people in chat that are like, oh yeah, you got to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, I still don't even know what you said. But after, spending 28 hours to make a tiny little ship, it worked.
Yeah.
So the game's cool, but its numbers are looking not so great considering it's a MMO that's only on one server and it's all supposed to be player built up. It's got to have a community. So
that is a cool thing about streaming, though. When you like, there's so many people in there, and when you ask something, there's at least one person who knows. Like when you reference anything, at least one person gets the reference. You know what I mean? I like that. Because I have some pretty dumb and obscure references that I dish out and expect like a big like chuckle, and then like maybe like two people will do like a keck W or something, and then that's about it. But it's for them. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Better catch up.
But back on Icarus, I've been pumped about Icarus a long time. I love Dean Hall. Which Dean Hall's an entire other subject we can go down. I love DayZ Mod. I love Standalone. Some of his other games, like, what was it, Stationeer, and then he had some other weird little VR games I didn't really get behind that he made in his own studio. But now they're, like, making, like, their big push back into, like, regular PC gaming with Icarus. And I'm pumped about it. My problem is if you do beta test, do that shit NDA and wait for the fucking stream to be on the fucking release, or whether it's early access release or not. But these goddamn little like, hey, we got a fucking beta test weekend thing. It gets me hot. Come on, dude, don't do that shit.
Everybody goes and buys it. Like, you get so many sales from a beta, and then it drops, and then you get so many sales again. It's just like the way to do it. Look what happened with DayZ. DayZ was such shit. You're gonna expect Dean Hall to not put out a beta? Are you kidding? Look at the fucking
I'm just saying I hate it. Like, I wanted to play it this weekend. But it looks cool. I wish there was PvP, but it does look dope. I'm all with space shit. I like survival shit. Now you got spaceship survival shit all involved. So I hope the game's cool. I was just pissed about how the beta weekend worked out.
Yeah.
Well, Sir Winter says it's pretty good, and that guy's played like 1 million survival games, so I might try it just off of his recommendation.
Yeah, but it's so funny because Sir Winter on Twitter wouldn't buy it, and then like someone else said it was good. Then he was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go buy it." And then he played it. Then he was like, "Oh, this is really good." But it's just funny how...
well, that's okay. So what?
No, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, it's funny how, just like Omid said, it's funny how we wait until someone else plays before we do it, which I think just shows that Twitch market and YouTube market is so important for all these advertising.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It is.
It's Omid, and people
survival
trust
games,
Sir
dude?
Winter. Sir Winter says it's good, and he trusts someone else that said it was good, and then it just snowballs into making millions of dollars.
Well,
And
that's
that
kind of
was Survive the Nights' release.
Yeah.
the biggest piece of shit ever.
Dude, it's good
oh my
now.
God.
We played it. Come on.
Yeah,
we had
no,
a
it's
good
okay
time.
now. Yes, but like
But
on that release, I don't know one person who didn't buy that game. Every YouTuber, everyone
Everybody
was
was on
all over that shit.
was it that
And my
started it?
God,
Side
I have
Syndicate or
never
something?
seen a more pathetic release in my life.
It was bad.
Oh
I love the
my
game now, so I
God.
can talk shit. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's great now.
I can't believe
Dude,
you went back and played it. I have
You
not
can
touched
talk
it
shit
since.
even if you don't love the game. How could they release that after the didn't they refund or something?
Oh,
Yeah, they refunded after
Yeah.
the first one. They gave free refunds, I believe it was.
on Steam.
And I believe Aqua, you were one of the people that didn't do it.
Didn't do a refund?
I think
Because I got it from like fucking some other
bought it
website
through
or something.
else. Yeah, you bought it from Humble Bundle
Yeah.
or something, and it was like
Yeah,
a
I got it
year-
from Humble Bundle.
Part of it goes to charity, so I don't think you
Yeah,
can refund
so
it.
you can't
Yeah.
refund. Yeah,
Right. But it's okay.
The game
Alright.
was shit. Give us our money back, you starving children. Like
The only maybe more pathetic launch was Cyberpunk.
no,
That's pretty
Cyberpunk actually.
fucked up, too.
Cyberpunk
It
is
ran at least. You could play
Right.
through it. This is garbage.
Cyberpunk.
No, Survive the
was
Nights ran.
interesting.
There was just nothing in the game. It was just like you walk around in an
All at
empty
night.
world
Yeah,
without anyone else there, or a zombie for that matter.
one zombie and then there's no loot. I got stuck in a doorway and I couldn't get out.
My
Yeah,
entire
no
thing is
loot.
nobody likes
There's
playing
no
games at
loot.
night in the first place. Why would you make a game based about nighttime?
Well, it was kind of like 7 Days to Die, except graphics weren't from 1965.
I need to go back and fuck with that. I bought it and then I touched it that first day and I never touched it again.
Visually is so unappealing. Like the game is great. Like probably one of the best horde mechanics. It's got
Survive
crazy
the Night?
POIs. Oh
Or,
no,
7 Days to Die.
Yeah. Great
People love
zombies.
that game, yeah.
Good guns.
I never fucked
Awesome
with that
stuff.
either.
Vehicles. But when I look at the game, I want to
Yeah, it's
brush
gross.
my eyes.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not really one who cares about graphics that much.
No, I'm not
But
either.
the graphics of that are so undesirable. Like they're almost repugnant. Like they're like
they stink.
yeah. And I'm like someone who sat and played, thousands of hours of Diablo 2, which is just a pixely mess, and I don't mind. Like, but like the graphics of 7 Days to Die are actually like off-putting.
Yeah,
Like
they are gross.
they make it hard for me to play the game, and I don't care about graphics.
The funny thing is, it's everything I would ever want in a zombie survival game.
Yeah, I know.
can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
It just looks too bad. I don't know. I hate it
There
too.
you go, game developers. Looks aren't everything, but they are something.
You know what
So-
graphics I loved? Valheim.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought that game looked amazing. They
that's how
weren't
it should've
great,
looked.
but they looked good. You know,
Yeah.
they looked good in their own style. What graphics of what game did you guys find most like appealing? I loved Fortnite. I loved how Fortnite looked personally. And
I was
Valheim.
blown away by Star Wars Battlefront, like EA's like first like remaster or whatever. Or
That game
whatever.
did look nice, yeah.
Like I had no expectations, and then when I walked in, I was like, "This is fucking beautiful." And then
Yeah.
the funny thing was for the second one, I was like, "It's not gonna look better," and then it did, and I was like, "Wow, sick." And maybe it's because I had played like 5 years straight of Star Wars games, just playing on like Battlefront 2 like 2005 or some shit. So my eyes were opened, but God, it was so crisp and pretty.
Last game that really wowed me graphically was Death Stranding. Like that
Well,
one.
those were just like really good graphics.
Yeah, just like graphically. But like as far as like, I don't know, I guess like unusual
just what you
graphics.
like,
Yeah.
just something that made you like, ooh, I like this.
I like Minecraft.
Really?
I like the pixels. I like the pigs. Everything's cute when it's a square.
Yeah, I agree. Voxel-based games are cool. Really good graphics are cool.
Cell shaded shit I can really get behind too.
Oh, cell shaded depends on how much is cell shaded. I think some things go overboard with cell shaded, like to the point where I'm just like, no, I can't play. But I think Borderlands original was good.
I loved the polygonal graphics of N64 as well. I thought every game that came out on the 64 looked so cool. I still love it. And it might be like rose-tinted glasses or whatever,
it looked
but
cool when it came out, dude. N64 games look like fucking trash.
But like, I like how they look still. I maybe it's just because I love that console so much. But
Not the same for me, dude. Anytime I go back and see like GoldenEye graphics, I'm like, oh God.
No, GoldenEye looks like shit. It does. But like Ocarina of Time, that's a beautiful
stuff like that still does have an appeal.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
like that whole you don't need a remaster of that. It looks good. Like by today's standards, in my opinion, it looks good enough.
I think that the cartoon graphics has a longer lifespan that looks good than if you try to do the super realistic.
Right.
And then in 30 or in 10 years, the technology is so much better that the super realistic looks like shit. So you're like, fuck this.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, oh
Or
wait,
even
we
like
know how to
World of
do
Warcraft,
light.
man. I'm still down
Timeless
with classic World of
graphics.
Warcraft classics.
Yeah.
Because they had the cartoony aspect to it.
They
so
last.
It keeps it, yeah.
Because like Mario 64, I think that's fucking amazing, right?
It looks
'Cause it's
great.
Just,
Yeah.
it's just it's not trying to go super realistic.
God, I love those games. I literally get emotional every time I think about them. Like deeply emotional.
I'm going to revert real quick. Let's go back to Dean Hall. This is a very interesting thing about my boy Dean. I was a huge fan of Dean Hall. Like, I thought he was like God's gift to gaming back,
You
with
met
DayZ Mod.
Dean Hall.
I met Dean Hall, yes, at PAX Prime, as we were talking about earlier, compared to PAX West.
Did you shake his hand?
I did. No,
Were
I
his
had a
hands
full on.
soft?
They were very soft. And so I met Dean Hall. I
Nice.
think it was like right after I don't remember if Standalone was out or not, but he was still cool. He hadn't abandoned the project. He hadn't done anything. People still really liked Dean. And yeah, he was at PAX and he like did a show, and then he had like something where you could go and like talk to him. So like I went and talked to him, and it was right before he did his Everest climb. Because like what he did, he was like, dude, well, I got fucking money now. I'm gonna go climb Mount Everest. And I was like, that's sick. But he was like in training for that, getting prepped for that, and he was all like, I even bought this, and he's like New Zealand, so he's got the accent. He's like, I bought this phone, and he had this like super like rugged phone, and all he did is kept throwing it on the ground all the time. And I was like, Dean, okay, we get the point. But he was super obsessed about his phone. But like that was my big thing, dude. I was so happy about meeting Dean Hall. It was so awesome. But Dean back then was very much like scrawny, malnourished, gamer, dev-looking dude. Like he looked like he was a game dev. Like that's what he does. Eats pizza and drinks, Mountain Dew, and looks pretty slim, and he needs help. But then over the years, if you go to Dean Hall's Instagram, it's only pictures of him shirtless, looking like a twink, and like a bunch of expensive cars. He is this shredded monster now, and like I don't know if I don't know. I don't even think I
why?
follow him, but I've done research on him, and all it was, he probably has Icarus stuff on there now, but like all it was just like pages and pages of just him shirtless and expensive cars. And I was like, who is this man? This is not Dean Hall.
That's Dean Hall with money now.
Yeah, Dean Hall is shredded and hot is basically what I'm saying.
Why do you think
And
all
it
those
blew my
movie
mind.
stars all look shredded and hot? Because at a certain point, you can just get a trainer and a nutritionist and like all this shit, and they just make you shredded and hot, and you don't have to do anything.
That's what I was gonna
Except
say.
for do what they say.
It's a pain in the ass to go out to to go to some gyms. You got to get up, go out, do whatever, right?
Yeah.
If the
He's
guy
got a
will come
home
to
gym.
you don't have the travel time. You literally just have to wake up and go to your basement, and your personal trainer comes in. I mean, that's a lot more appealing than me going to
Look
some
at Tom
place.
Cruise.
Yeah, but like think about it. I read a couple articles about people just having nightmare experiences in like workout play. You go to a gym and it's just the worst thing ever. The guy next to you smells like shit. Maybe another person
I hate
hitting
going
on
to
you the whole
gyms.
time. Maybe someone doesn't wipe down their equipment, so that's just all sweat. You don't want to go do that, but if it's your own
You
house,
gotta work out at home, prison style, baby, just on the
Oh my
floor.
God, like I'm looking at it now. You guys don't understand how, oh God, he is so shredded. There's not an ounce of body fat on this man.
Decky,
used to
don't stand
mountain
up.
climb,
God,
Don't
right?
a
stand up.
chiseled specimen.
Decky, if you stand up, we get demonetized, so don't do it.
I
Don't stand.
I loved Dean Hall before, but now like I don't love Dean Hall for being a dev. God damn. Anyway, that was my Dean Hall story.
I don't know how much he devs now, or if he's just sort of like the CEO and just sort of lets them do what they want.
I think he's like a lot more.
sits in his
Judging by how
office at
chiseled
Rocket
he
Works
is.
and just pumps iron while everybody. He's all like, "Oh yeah, that idea sounds good. Keep going."
Yeah, like I don't think Gary does
never-
a lot of his own coding anymore, right? Gary just sort of is the CEO for Rust, right? A lot of it, the other people.
Yeah, no, it's like Helk
I mean,
or
it's
whatever.
a
I
huge
think
team
it
now,
is.
so
Yeah, I'm sure Helk doesn't even code really much anymore.
yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't know what they do.
I don't
But
know
yeah,
how it works, but I once you, like the whole point of once you become big enough and you have enough employees, it just makes sense to delegate some of the stuff to other people. You do the bigger
I think
idea.
you delegate a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you guys talking about Gary from Gary's Mod?
Yes. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
From Gary's Mod, who does Rust. He's the.
He did Rust.
Yeah.
He's
I never
Rust.
knew that.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
knew he was like the Rust dude. I never got big in the Rust. Back even
Yeah.
when it was like modded Rust.
Yeah. His company, right, is the one that does all of it. That does
Punch Studios.
Face Punch Studios does a lot of games now. Well,
Yeah.
they do a lot of experimental stuff, and then they do Rust.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
their
never knew that was Gary. I never played Gary's Mod either, but
Yep. Same guy.
They're actually making Gary's Mod 2, but they're calling it something new, and I think it's on. I don't
Gary's
remember what engine
Game.
it's on. Gary's Game.
It's not
is
a
that what
mod
it's called?
anymore. Yeah.
It's a full game.
wonder- I wonder how much actual work, like a CEO of not just a gaming company, but like a huge company like that,
I think
like
that
how much they actually do. Like how much does Jeff Bezos
it depends
do?
on how big it is and how hands-on they are. So I think that a lot of CEOs
Yeah.
have a lot more freedom once they become a big company.
But they
For
want to
instance,
work.
Gary doesn't have to necessarily work on Rust. He could just be like, hey, I want to play with this idea about whatever and start playing with a new game and just
Yeah.
start playing with it. He doesn't have to really work on Rust because he knows that that's covered. So that's kind of where the CEO flexibility comes in. I know that people made
Yeah.
a lot of comments about Jeff Bezos because Jeff Bezos is well known as not having to work and never really working. Like, I remember he did an interview once or something, and he was like, yeah, I work about 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. I sleep 10 hours or something like that. It's like a crazy... People think that CEOs, which some CEOs are, but they work a lot.
Like Elon Musk probably
Well,
works
once-
Yeah,
a decent
Elon
amount.
works
it just
a lot.
depends on
He
who
so he
you are.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Elon Musk, I think I saw he like flies to Tesla 2 days a week, and then
Yeah.
he goes back to SpaceX, and then he's like, then he sleeps like 2 hours a night or something. He's like
Right, it
crazy.
just
Then he
depends.
pumps Dogecoin on Twitter. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I work
It's
for my
interesting.
company. I work 60 hours a week. Is not the high end at all. So I get it that some people work more than others, but once you get CEO, I think you do have more flexibility, and that's once you become a bigger company, that's when you get more flexibility. And some people I think don't work much, others continue to work, and then others just like expand, like maybe new developments. That's what I think Gary does, is he just plays with new ideas.
What I think if you're CEO and you don't have three failed marriages and 2 heart attacks, you're not a real CEO.
Not doing it hard enough.
In that case, I'm not a real CEO. Yeah.
You got some time.
I got time.
You got some time. You could just suck it. Like if that's where you can be a billionaire. I'll let you be a billionaire if you have 6 failed marriages and 2 heart attacks.
Yeah, I don't want to be a billionaire. That's my thing too, about like people that make billions. Like if I was making that much money, that I could actually just like have so much money that I don't care. If I could just burn money, I would just give it to the employees. Just be like, fuck it. And we do that now actually, but we obviously can't give them as much. But if I had billions to burn, billions would go to people, not just a fucking new house in Spain that I'm never gonna use. That's what I don't
think Bezos at one point was like,
you only say that
like
because
that.
You're not rich yet, Kings.
Exactly. Like,
No,
I think at a point
that's
it
the
just
thing.
corrupts you.
Is when I make enough money, it just goes back to the people that we hire.
I would say like
now, Kings, wait till you're a billionaire. Then you're just going to be hoarding it, baby.
I'm
Hoarding
never gonna be a billionaire.
I don't know.
Bathing in children's blood.
Yeah.
I don't
That's when
believe
it
in
gets crazy.
I don't believe in
Once you have enough for like the rest of your life, and then maybe like your kids, beyond that, that's when it's like, damn,
Yeah, you don't
that's a
need
lot
that.
of fucking money. You should give some away. I feel
I
like.
think
You
that
gotta
if I
start
had
thinking
that,
about legacy.
I would do Bill Gates. I would do a Bill Gates, and I would just when I die, it just goes.
He donates a ton of money. Yeah.
And when he dies, he gets 95% of it goes to charity or something like that. Only 5% goes.
Yeah,
to,
but that 5% is still enough for like
it's
3
still-
generations.
right. It's generational wealth no matter what. But 95% of it he's giving up, whereas other people are just like, nope, I'm hoarding it. So I guess I'd be more like him. And if I made enough money, I'd just be like, charity, here you go. Employees, here you go.
Sorry, I just hurt my elbow.
I mean,
okay.
I know, like you say, like you're not, you're gonna, if you got like $1 billion, you wouldn't want $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to fuck around and see like if I can like influence the government, like now that we're like really thinking about it, right?
True. Because the reason why tax cuts go to the rich is because the average person can't afford to pay off a politician. So, true, you can influence the government.
Dude, I would love to. I want to make, I don't know, some like mandate for gamers. Like, what could we do besides net neutrality? All the like, what could we really do?
Free pizza Fridays. If you have if you've got Kappa, you get free pizza Fridays.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I want pizza.
Mandatory bonuses for all
Kappa.
Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as good as your intentions are now, once you become a billionaire,
it's over.
same person.
I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
you change.
Yeah,
I start hanging out with the wrong crowd, like the let's see what people can do. Dude, you know what what would happen? You'd be going to Twitch streams and going like, how much money to shave your head, Decky?
Yeah.
You see, like that kind of fuck around money?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Just fuck
Like
people's
Mr.
lives,
Beast.
but make them do it willingly, just for cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like making like hobos fight.
There are tons of people like that who watch Twitch, I feel like.
That's
who, like,
right. If
will
these guys just need
Yeah,
billions
they do
of
it to
dollars,
me.
they're billionaires at heart.
Yeah.
I know I'll never make it to $1 billion because I know that when I get a big paycheck, it goes back to other people. So I'll never make it to $1 billion, but.
It's crazy. Like sometimes, like if you see people get like like $1,000 donation or something.
Yeah.
Some people, that's like, it's like 10 cents. It's like crazy. Like it's like
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
just interesting.
That'd be like for Jeff Bezos.
$1,000 is 10 cents to you. Come by my stream. I'm desperate. I will do some fucked up shit for it.
He will do anything
It's true.
within the
He will.
confines of TOS. Read the Twitch TOS carefully
Yes.
and figure out
Make
how
your
you
choice. Yeah.
how you can really get the decky. But
You
yeah,
guys missed the COVID-a-thon.
It was
If you didn't have it then, that was a good time to do it.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a real desperation.
I got him to write my Epic creator code on his arm. For like,
in henna.
it's like,
Yeah, it wasn't like
it only costs like $5 too. That probably paid for itself.
best ad
I'll
you've
probably
ever
use my code.
5 times over, maybe. Like, goddamn.
Yeah,
There you go.
first
Guys,
wanted him
Jeff
to do Raid
Bezos,
Shadow
we know
Legends.
you're listening to this podcast. We know you got a lot of time on your hands since you retired. Which, by the way, have you seen that on Twitter? Like, there's like CEO beef. Elon Musk tweeted out the funniest thing is like, did Jeff Bezos retire so he could just get a new job suing SpaceX?
Yeah, so it could be a full-time suing SpaceX. Yeah.
That was the funniest fucking thing. Idea of these two just like sitting and fucking being like
Just brooding.
I don't know. It's like two fucking like super villains in a way.
They
just, like,
are.
competing
They are,
against
yeah.
each
Yeah.
other. I want the rich to eat each other. That's what I'd like. Instead of
That's what'll
eating
I
happen.
feel like
Megacorps,
Yeah.
that'll happen. Like that's the scary part. If you talk about dystopian world,
it's just gonna happen in space, baby.
yeah,
This
if you
is
talk about
1980.
dystopian world in the future, like Blade Runner or something, Megacorps, or the idea of Megacorps will eat each other until one, it's kind of like a cartel thing. Until one is super powerful, Megacorps will just keep eating each other. But that's
what we
dystopian
want.
future.
We just
Yeah.
want one enemy to fight. Go ahead.
No, you
Monopolize.
don't want that. You don't want that.
Monopolize.
The
You
people,
just make it easier. We just
no matter who wins, we lose.
we win if we
No,
win.
we lose.
No, we win. We win. What are you talking about? We win if we win, dude. Let all of them monopolize so we have one common enemy. Human, like everybody. Like everybody can just point and go that. And then easily we will usurp. You know what?
Are you insane, Omid?
I see the
Omid-
end of late stage capitalism. I
No,
just
I was gonna
got
say,
it.
Omid, do you realize that someone else?
I want to
will
live
fill
for 250 years.
They will
Was
always
that
fill the
mentioned?
void. Someone will fill the void.
I will.
Right, exactly. There we go. So Omid just wants to say he wants to be the leader of a Megacorp.
Omid Corp.
Omid Corp.
Yes. Look,
The rise against the machines.
we will rise against the sheep.
Some dark turns.
So, guys, if you guys are interested in corporate revolution,
Sub to Omid on Twitch. Omid Live. Go sub.
We
It'll-
make
Become a
Our-
shareholder now.
Yeah, start shareholder now.
the weekly meeting for the corporate revolution talk is actually in a deeper recess of the gamer hole. That's right. Consider becoming a member of the new gamer race.
We didn't talk
Just
about
today,
that.
we,
Just as a
we talked about
disclaimer, we
starting
didn't
a
talk about
revolution.
that.
Disclaimer: we didn't.
Legal disclaimer,
but
we didn't actually talk
we
about that.
do-
But we did talk about lots
These
of
are
other
perfectly
interesting
legal.
things.
It's perfectly legal, okay, guys? Come on.
We are working on the Gamer Hole live stream for the super members. I'm just working with HEXLOOM to set that up. It'll be live. It'll be produced. HEXLOOM will press little buttons and make cool things happen. So we're hoping to test that. And then once that's tested, we'll discuss if we want to do that at some point for the
DJ
main channel
HEXLOOM.
as well. DJ HEXLOOM, producer HEXLOOM.
Oh, for like
HEXLOOM-
regular episodes?
Well, not all, but maybe one or two. But there is a members only section that will do regular, probably once a month-ish live streams for them, just for the special questions that they want to do. But that should be pretty soon, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
Follow Twitter because we'll make the announcement there for anything like that. Gamerhole Twitter.
Yeah,
at,
Gamerhole
the,
on Twitter.
at the Gamerhole. It's just one word. The Gamerhole. Yeah, the Gamerhole.
Yes.
Yep. Z-Chum's doing that. Z-Chum has a day off today. Thank you, Omid, for joining us. Do you guys want to wrap it up?
Omid
or do you guys
Live.
have any
Twitch.tv/Omid Live.
Omid Live.
Thank you.
They
very
want to
much
talk
for
about their
having me.
embarrassing names that they used to go by since we're talking to Omid? maybe a gamer
No.
handle
What?
that you went by
What the?
before?
You promised if I came back on, you wouldn't mention that.
Oh, okay.
Yo, scrap the whole episode, dude. Oh my
Okay,
god,
that's it. We're done.
so unprofessional, bro.
So unprofessional. Okay, cut the camera. Get it
Cut
out
the
of here.
camera. Get out of here.
Hey, it's me, Z-Chum. Thank you for watching The Gamer Hole. We appreciate it. If you'd like to support The Gamer Hole further, there's a little join button down below, right below the video, right there. Check it out. It gets you access to an extra video every week, a secret members-only video, as well as priority commenting, and access to a Gamer Hole live stream we're gonna do every month or two. So if you want to support the channel, by no means do you have to, but the option is there. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next Gamer Hole.